Thanks.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Doing well, doing well.
Nice. Yeah, I'm Stefan. I'm from a magazine, online magazine called The Heavy Hunt. We write about metalcore, post-hardcore, stuff like that, mostly core related.
Awesome.
Uh, Thanks for taking the time to do this interview with us.
Yeah, of course.
I saw you've got two more shows in the US, and then you're coming to Europe. Are you
Yep.
excited to come back?
Oh, very excited. I love getting to travel across Europe.
Nice. Your last shows were at Pink Pop and Grass Pop and Hellfest here.
Yep.
What do you think about those festivals? And did you notice any difference between the pop festival and the metal festivals?
Uh, I anyone with eyes could see the difference between the pop fest and the metal festivals. It's funny. I loved playing both back to back. It was a lot of fun to go. I love pop music. I love country, American country, but I love metal mostly. So it was fun to go play these shows, the metal shows, and seeing all these metal bands. Like was the one Grass Pop, I think it was Pantera and Parkway Drive, and just awesome seeing the metal community. And then later go play Pink Pop, and it was a quite a different demographic, but to play to people who probably haven't heard as heavy of songs as we have, uh, I think that was a huge win and really fun to like shock people.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Um, you were also playing Avas Live in Amsterdam, and you've got two shows in Belgium. One of them is sold out. Do you think you've gathered a lot of new fans at those festivals?
I think we did. I mean, playing festivals, especially overseas in Australia and Europe and anywhere but America, I think is a great way for us to reach fans that may not have heard of us or given us more than one or two listens, but to get to see us because maybe, oh well, there's a band that I want to see on the stage after, so I'm gonna hang out here and watch this band. I think that winning fans over like that, or you have fans that come just, oh, I want to see this band, this band, this band, and this band. I'm gonna go to that festival, and then they see us for the first time, and now they're like, oh, okay, well, I want to go see them at their own show. I think there's a lot of positives, um, to playing festivals. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I think now you mentioned because you played shows with Slipknot, Bring Me the Horizon, Godsmack, and recently you announced shows with Illstorm.
Yep.
Do you think I Prevail just fits in any genre? Like you blend well with almost all those bands.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's the key to what I Prevail is that one minute we can release a sing along pop song, and then we can do the heaviest thing we've done in the same day, and it all sounds like I Prevail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh, nice. I also saw you invest a lot of time in social media on your YouTube, TikTok. You easily get 1 million views. The videos are well produced. Do you have some tips and tricks for new bands to how to do that on the social media?
Oh man, I feel like it's a new age, and we're still learning how to how to adapt from being a band from 10 years ago to being a band nowadays. But um, I think you just need to find a way to get your songs across, and finding ways to make engaging content. Uh, Having fun and being yourself, I think, is a huge thing. Some bands want to be too cool to do this or be too cool to do that. I think having your personality speak loudly through your content gives fans another way to relate or connect to you. So I think that's a huge thing.
And what do you think about AI? Do you think it can contribute to the music, or
I
what's your
hate it.
thought?
I hate it. I think it's the end of the world. um, I think it's interesting to use it in certain aspects of life to make advancements and things, and science and all that. But in the creative space, I think it's kind of scary, like if you see how far AI's come in the last year with, videos and creating things. I think we still have that human touch on art, but how long until it's gotten to that point where it's almost hard to tell if it's you had the heart and soul that you wrote in the lyrics, or was it a computer that just picked the best words to put them together. I don't know. It's interesting to see where the world's going to be in 15 years, but it's a little scary. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I also noticed all of your albums so far have at least 13 songs, and the latest even has 15. But Slipknot's Clown said he was thinking about just releasing singles. Do you think that's in this day and age is a new thing, or do you feel like an album should be telling a whole story and be complete?
I think that's tough nowadays. I think listeners, fans that listen to music aren't buying a record and listening to the whole record in full. They're just listening to a playlist that has new songs. And I'm not saying everyone. I know there's going to be people that are like, no, 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 I still buy records, but realistically, they're the minority. There's not as many people buying full records and listening to full records. And I think the rock music is one of the last holdouts of, no, we're gonna put out a full record. Every other genre is putting out singles at a time, and then maybe at the end of the day, a year into it, they put all those singles on some kind of record together. I think there's a happy middle ground of doing single, 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 and then after a while putting them all together on an EP or a collection like a record. Um, but the storytelling aspect, I do love that, and I want to try to incorporate that as a piece of art over a few songs. But if you can do that in just a couple songs and put that together as a release over a year, I think it kind of has the same effect. I just don't think many fans are listening that intently anymore. And if they are and they're your fans, you better be fucking grateful because it's a dying breed.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But with the comeback of vinyl, it's getting huge again. I think whole albums will be, uh, yeah,
I hope
the
so.
thing
I
to still go.
I hope so because I have a huge vinyl collection. I'm a record. I love collecting records and yeah, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen in 15 years if every band's just gonna start putting singles out. What am I just gonna have 7 inches with one song on
I'm talking about vinyls. What are some of your most recent favorites?
them? Was it this last year? I was on tour and I found "And Justice for All," a first pressing of Metallica's "And Justice for All." I picked it up immediately. I had to make sure I got home safe, but that's probably one of my top finds in the last year.
Nice. Was Metallica an inspiration for you, or what
Oh
bands
yeah,
were?
absolutely. Ride the Lightning was the first Metallica record I heard in full as a kid, and I remember listening. I've heard so that I was born in '91. That record, obviously came out a few years before me, but I heard Metallica on the radio and knew some of their bigger songs. But I remember my friend gave me "Ride the Lightning" when I was probably 13 years old, 12, 13 years old, and I was blown away. I was like, I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know you could be this aggressive and write music this fast and pissed off. And I think that just opened the doorway to all the other stuff I've found, in the years following.
Okay, cool. Nice to hear. There were 3 years between all of your albums, and the last one is from 2022. Can we expect a new release next year?
Uh, I don't know if we have anything ready to say yeah, but we've been working hard recently in between tours to move some stuff along. We have some cool projects and collaborations we've been working on that should be coming out sooner than later. And then yeah, hopefully have some strictly I Prevail music following that shortly after.
Okay, nice. are there any bands you still want to work with? Or maybe you already have?
Oh man, there there's some that I've wanted to, and I we may have just worked with them, or working with them currently. But man, I there's a whole list of bands that I think would be sick. We're going on tour with Parkway Drive this September in Australia, and that's a band I've been listening to since for 15 15 plus years. That's a band I'd love to collaborate.
Yeah, yeah. Parkway Drive is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every album. I agree with you. I've also been listening to them for I think the same, like 15
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
since the first albums came out. Yeah, really great.
Oh yeah.
So really cool to see you on tour there. Too bad it's set that far away.
I know. I'm hoping we can make it a whole world tour thing.
Please do. Would be awesome. Um, are there any festivals or venues you still like to play with I Prevail?
Oh man. We played Red Rocks over here in the US a few years ago, and that's one I can't wait to go back to. Hopefully, that's out in Colorado. It's out in the mountains, and it's just built on a mountainside. It's beautiful. But um, Reading and Leeds, we've never played. I'd love to play that. What's there's some I'm blanking on the names. I see the logo in my head right now. Vakken, we've never played that. I would love to play that. But Hellfest was a lot of fun getting to see that whole setup out in France, like all the fire and a lot of cool bands playing that. Just Europe in general does festivals right, and I can't wait to go back and play some more. Grass Pop was fucking awesome. I'd love to do that again.
Awesome. Yeah, both great festivals. Graspop and Hellfest. But Hellfest, yeah, the scenes they make there, the whole how do you call it? The whole look of the festival is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Okay, cool. What do you see for the future for I Prevail?
Lots of touring, lots of work. Trying to top our last releases. Writing bigger and heavier and more catchier songs. I feel like I say that every time I get in an interview in years past where they say, "Okay, Trauma, what do you expect for the next record?" And I don't know, we'll figure it out. And then we put out True Power, and now it's like, man, how do we top that? And I think we're onto something cool on these demos we've been working on, but we'll have to live with them and see. But yeah, I'm expecting to be working hard over the next couple of years, just traveling and writing big music.
Cool, nice, good plans.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I know all I wanted to ask. So,
Awesome. Awesome.
so thank you,
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
and see you in Amsterdam probably.
Sounds good, man. Looking forward
Yeah,
to it. That's going to be a great show.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks, and speak to you later, hopefully.
Sounds good. Stefano, it was very nice to chat with you.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.